Deadpool 2 reviews are out. At the moment, 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, with an average rating of 7.2 out of 10. This is after 67 reviews. The critics' consensus says, though it threatens to buckle under the weight of its meta gags, Deadpool 2 is a gory, gleeful lampoon of the superhero genre buoyed by Ryan Reynolds' undeniable charm. Where it says it threatens to buckle under the weight of its meta gags, I find that kind of double standards, because here is an action comedy that's known for its comedy mainly, and you're criticising that, but when it comes to Avengers Infinity War, which has misplaced, obnoxious comedy all over the place, that's fine, apparently. Over on Metacritic, generally favourable reviews based on 34 critics, 69%. Now let's go back to Rotten Tomatoes. Oh look, it's our good friend Jen Yamato. Let's see what she's got to say. She's given it a rotten review. Of course, it's not an MCU film. She says, the film's impulse to profess a knowing, snarky superiority can become painfully awkward. Now, is she talking about Deadpool 2? Or is she talking about her and her friends' careers? Peter Travers of Rolling Stone says, despite a tendency toward elephantitis in story and scope. He's comparing the story and scope to a tropical disease that swells up your balls. Not to mention blatant franchise pandering, Deadpool 2 still plays like the runt of the comic book litter. We mean that as a compliment. 3.5 out of 4. Hugh Armitage of Digital Spy says, Deadpool 2 has as much heart as the original, and the humour is more consistent, and while we wondered whether Wade Wilson's brand of comedy had had its day, the series has moved with the times and feels as relevant and contemporary as it could be. 4 out of 5. Alonso Duralde of The Wrap says, doesn't build on the first film, choosing instead to replay the greatest hits. If you're a fan of those hits, then you'll enjoy this encore. But anyone who wasn't amused by the first go-round isn't going to hop on board for this do-over. Josh Spiegel of Slash Film gave it a rotten review. Much like its predecessor, Deadpool 2 is less a movie than a smirky, feature-length meme generator. Kevin Harley of The List, filthy, ferocious, and funny to a near indecent degree, Deadpool 2 bests its predecessor by doubling down on the gleefully self-aware Source Comics' idea that anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Excess and escalation are essentially in its DNA. 4 out of 5. It's that cheeky boy Scott Mendelson from Forbes. He says, a fine, funny and filthy comic book superhero sequel that makes sure to be a coherent and entertaining movie first, and a giant, self-referential in-joke second. 7 out of 10. Joshua Starnes of ComingSoon.net. With higher highs and lower lows than Deadpool, the sequel has a lot of the problems all sequels do. 7.5 out of 10. And we'll finish off the reviews with Stephen Whitty from New York Daily News. The perfect Avengers antidote. So there you go everyone, there's a few reviews for Deadpool 2. I did say that I was expecting the score to be around 80%. Obviously there's going to be more reviews coming in, we'll see if it goes higher or lower. But now, let's get to some interviews from the premiere that took place last night.
I know that's something that Ryan has been harassing Hugh Jackman about for a long time. But I produced Logan, and I think we all felt like that was a really fitting end for that character. So is there a chance? There's always a chance, I suppose. But I think we felt like that was the best goodbye for Hugh as Wolverine.
Well, Drew Goddard's writing it and will direct it, and he has to get off the current movie before he can do that. So it's going to be a little while, but we took great pains to try to set it up in this movie at the end. So I think you'll have some nice combination of those characters that you see at the end of this movie forming X-Force.
They've been developing it for a while, and Drew Goddard's on board, and he's a great writer and a great filmmaker, and I think that they're really trying to take these characters and expand this universe. And with those people all creatively involved, and Josh and Zazie and those characters coming back, I think it would be fun for everybody.
No, well, there's talks about an X-Force film, which is not really a Deadpool 3, but it's a sort of a group effort. But no, Deadpool 3, we'll see. I don't know. It's right now at this point, I don't even want to think about it. But down the road, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
we have a script that's extraordinary that we love, that Channing loves, Channing Tatum, and we've met with a bunch of directors in the last couple of weeks, and we're hoping to actually pick one in the next couple of weeks and shoot the movie maybe the end of this summer.
So guys, let me know what you feel about all this news, the reviews, some of the interviews there. Let me know in the comments below. Click that like button, share, of course subscribe if you haven't already done so. For new and old subscribers, remember to click on that notification bell and that alerts you whenever I upload a new video. So, I'm Shaker, and I'll catch you next time.